You have to wait till 2023. You have to wait till 2023 because a new president's economic policies don't take place until 1 to 2 years until after they go into effect. And so all the credit that happened under Donald Trump's presidency was actually what was transpiring right after Barack Obama's presidency. So 2017 and 2018, the early phases of 2018, that was still the Barack Obama economy. As far as I can tell, the economy is not Biden's fault at all. We are still living under the Trump COVID economy because, on average, you have to wait 1 to 2 years for a president's economic policies to take shape. So, this is not Biden's economy at all. This is the Donald Trump COVID inflationary COVID subsidiary economy that we are living under. These high grocery prices at the grocery store, it has been happening for a good 2 to 3 years now. It's not something that has suddenly happened under Joe Biden. I have heard about high prices at the grocery store for a good 2 to 3 years now because of these reactionary trade policies in regards to raising tariffs and then raising tariffs that results rather in the reduction of economic activity. And you have to wait and see how the bipartisan infrastructure bill affects the economy. There's a lot of corporate subsidiaries in the bill because of Republicans and because of people like Manchin and Sinema. There's quite a bit of corporate subsidies in the bill. You have to wait and see how broadband at the rural areas of businesses to go into those because they will not into areas where they don't have widespread broadband Wi-Fi availability. And if everyone has Wi-Fi availability, this helps rural America. This helps America to have more access to jobs. Good thing about the bill. Good thing about it is that we go clean renewable energy as a way to build electronic. There's a reason why this bill was bipartisan. Number one, Republicans wanted to allow corporate subsidies. Their number two, going to clean energy in America. So we're gonna have people on both sides are gonna support the because Trump broke his promise that a infrastructure bill, a real bill, not an infrastructure week, but rather an infrastructure bill. And Donald Trump broke his promise to pass infrastructure. This is why Donald Trump lost the election. This is why the vote count was legitimate because Joe Biden was able to pass a bipartisan infrastructure deal. Donald Trump was not able to pass a bipartisan infrastructure deal. We see broken government all across the board for the past 4 decades. We see it at a whole new level. We have someone like Donald Trump who has had no experience whatsoever at the government level. And we see how it has hurt America when Donald Trump, in 4 years, was not able to pass a bipartisan infrastructure deal. So this has helped America. Joe Biden's going to give us more renewable energy. He's going to give us more electronic charging stations. He's going to give us more broadband internet across rural areas. What I disagree with the bill is the whole Manchin Sinema element, where Manchin and Sinema want to pass the corporate subsidies to their bodies. This is a big problem that we have. But then Republicans would not have voted for the bill if they did not have their corporate subsidies go towards their friends. And this includes the likes of Kirsten Sinema from my state of Arizona, who is a complete joke, by the way, wearing these biker blue jean jackets and the Supreme Court, not the Supreme Court, but the Senate floor. She's wearing those biker blue jean jackets, and she's bought by the corporate donors, and the billionaires want her to wear those blue jean biker jackets. So they say, oh, she's out of touch with the public, and oh, she's a hardcore leftist, whatever she is. And they know what they're doing because the billionaires know that they're all useful puppets, and they want you to think that, oh, Cinema's a hardcore leftist radical or whatever, but really she's not even advocating leftist radical policies. She is advocating the policies of the debt relievers. She is advocating the policies of the debt collectors, of the insurance brokers, of everybody that is bought and beholden to Wall Street. So, that is one aspect of the bipartisan infrastructure bill that you have to give credit to Republicans, that they allowed the corporate subsidies to roam free in the bill. Number two, it's not enough. Number three, at least we got something versus nothing, which would have happened under Republicans and Donald Trump. So I think this is bearing well for Biden and Harris in 2024, that you have to wait a full year to two to see how president's policies have affected the overall economy. And so Joe Biden and Kamala Harris shall not be judged until 2023, until their policies take shape, until their policies are in effect, until their policies are affecting the economy. Thank goodness Donald Trump did not win the election. Otherwise, Republicans would have given all of us nothing. You got that right. Big fat N. Nothing. That is what would have happened if Donald Trump got elected. He would have said, screw you, fuck you guys, I hate the people, I hate the middle class, I hate the working class, I like plebeians, I like all these guys, I hate you all, I just want to use you to get elected. If Biden were to use them to get elected, how come he still gave the people working relief? How come he gave them more tax breaks than occurred under Donald Trump, for example? Now, where he doesn't go far enough is the fact that he has not passed a increase to the minimum wage. That's my biggest criticism. He has not passed a universal health care bill. He has not passed $3 trillion towards clean energy. Right? They're giving us a little bit of something, right? The corporate Dems, but they're not giving us revolutionary change. And Joe Biden said himself that he was not looking for a revolution. So we do better than Republicans, right? We do better than Republicans, but progressives don't run the party, right? Progressives do not run the party! Progressives do not run the party, right? I'm voting for progressives. Everybody is winning for progressives. But they don't run the party. This is not a wage freeze. This is an adjustment to cost of living. That's what $50 an hour is. It should be $20 an hour. I say the minimum wage should be $20 an hour. $20 an hour, because you're only adjusting for already what is happening, which is inflation. Cost of living, cost of rent, cost of healthcare, cost of all of that. You need $20 an hour to have a real disposable income effect. And that is what we need. And that is what cinema, and that is what mention, and that is what all these damn people ain't doing right now. That's I have a big problem with that, amigo. I have a big fucking problem with that. They need to go past this freaking $15 trillion an hour minimum wage, and they're not doing none of that right now. That's a big problem. Yeah, that's a big problem. We need to see that up. Better than nothing is a bad attitude. But better than nothing is what is going to give us Kamala Harris for 2024. Better than nothing, which is better than the alternative, which is the GOP. Which is the let's hate people who are different than you. That is what the Republican Party is. That is what the GOP is. GOP helps the wealthy. They don't want everybody to get together from Hindu and Christian and Muslim and Jew and agnostic and atheist that they're robbing all of your wealth aggregate overall. But the Republican Party wants you to say, hey, these poor brown and Muslim and Hindu and agnostic people, they are robbing you of their wealth right now. And the Republican Party can say, hey, we can continue to give tax breaks to wealthy people, which was the only meaningful legislation that was passed under Donald John Trump, was tax breaks to the ultra rich. And there are right-wing Republican voters who say, hey, Donald Trump, his policies don't only help the wealthy. They only help the wealthy. Oh my God. They really have the audacity to say that. This is including retired CFOs and retired CEOs of corporate America who say that the Republican Party is not disproportionately hurting working people, and they have the audacity to say that. That does not absolve the Democrats from their own criticisms. The race and minimum wage, they should have passed, and I'm still mad about that. And they were not going to pass all that, but they did not pass the race and the minimum wage and all that. And that should make a dad progressive like myself absolutely batshit crazy all that they don't pass that shit. But that is exactly the point that I'm making, that they should pass the race the minimum wage $20 an hour, but they only want $15 an hour. They only want the adjustment to the cost of living. And that's what Manchin and Sim are doing to them, is that they're trying to derail progress. They're trying to keep the status quo again, that nothing gets changed whatsoever. By far, we will have apartheid in America. White versus colored, white Mediterranean versus, mestizo, Native American. I mean, that is my golden prediction for the GOP. They will label certain Latino Americans white and certain other Latino Americans undesirables. This is my golden prediction for the GOP. We got to keep the white status quo. Other people are whiter than others. That's what the Republican Party will do. It is a prophecy that it's going to happen that way. There's no other way around it. If you're not going to have white Northern European descent people in the Republican Party, you're going to replace them with white Mediterranean people of descent, predominantly featuring white Mediterranean features. That's what the Republican Party is going to do. That is the new apartheid in America. That is a golden prediction that I'm going to make for the GOP. Apartheid is coming here soon. Certain Hispanic Americans see themselves as white, and certain Hispanic Americans do not see themselves as white, but rather as oppressed colored people. It's because you see yourself as predominantly Spanish blood or Native American blood. And that's a real apartheid that America is going to deal with during these next 3 decades. This is a golden prediction. This is a golden prediction. What it is about to replace the white Anglo-Saxon Protestant Northern European identity. We'll just have to replace it with Mediterranean white. That is the new apartheid in America. We've had apartheid in South America. Are we going to have new apartheid in America? I'd say yeah, absolutely we're going to have apartheid in North America, in the United States, because you're going to have whiter peoples trying to preserve their wealth and their identity and all that. And there's the biggest issue that we're going to face in regards to the next 2 to 3 decades of the resurfacing of the United States of America.